Joining me now is David Sears. He's a former Navy SEAL and co-founder of Zundus Global. Thank you for being with us here today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so you have more than 20 years of tactical and strategic experience in more than 40 countries and 5 continents. I want to get that out there, so it's great to have your perspective today. The president, as we've been watching these tweets, he's tweeting about fire and fury and that the United States has military solutions that are locked and loaded. So take us through some of the possible scenarios, and the language and threats have escalated so quickly over these last few days. So what do you think we are most likely looking at here?
I think we're most likely on the track that Secretary Mattis just said. We are going to pursue as much as we can diplomatic and negotiations. With that said, I personally know Secretary Mattis, and I have sat down with him. He is not a man to mince words, and he does understand the tragedies of war, and he will fully be prepared to go to all measures to protect the United States and its interests.
You've said that you believe that Guam is well defended and people there shouldn't be worried. We saw some people out there relaxing on the beach in William Lajeunesse report a short while ago. So what level of readiness does the U.S. have to do and have to have on tap to divert and disarm a nuclear attack? A lot of people, of course, are worried about this.
Right. They already have THAAD missile defense systems in place, as well as Aegis defense systems. You saw, I think there were some reports this morning on Japan moving some of the Patriot systems into place over an anticipated flight path, possibly. You also have THAAD systems in South Korea that are able to detect and look at these things. So there are some maneuvers that have already been put into place to kind of check this. We will continue and should continue to build up layered ballistic missile defenses as much as we can.
You know, a common hope these days, I know that you've mentioned this too, is that we keep communications open with both China and North Korea. Can that be accomplished?
Absolutely. With China, you can absolutely do it, and then you've had the reporting on the back channels with North Korea. It's important that they clearly understand our intentions and what we're signaling when we do conduct either a military exercise or we move things in. They need to understand, China and North Korea need to understand that we will respond with complete and utter devastation to any type of a nuclear attack or attempt on U.S. interests.
You know, this military confrontation that we're all worried about, many people want to hear that it is avoidable at this stage. Right now, it's just a lot of words, but, you read the reports that are out today saying it's not like we are seeing our military steaming towards North Korea, at least that we can see. So, give us a little bit of perspective of some of the training that you've had as a Navy SEAL and what we can expect to see in the coming days, weeks, and months.
I think that you're not going to see any special forces prep, and we're always ready to go. So you're going to see, if you want to have a buildup on the conventional side, you're going to have to see the logistics and people moving. You're going to start to see civilians moved out, U.S. citizens moved out of South Korea. You're going to start to see alert systems go into place, which, by the way, you're going to see on the North Korean side as well. When they anticipate a crisis, they start moving people around as well, and logistics. I don't think that we need to pursue or look at a conventional war piece of this. We've gamed it long enough. It ends up being gamed out in nuclear options. To me, if you're going to have a strike, go towards that and immediately do it anyway.
I'm wondering, David, what the people in your circles are asking you. I'm here to ask you these questions on behalf of the American people as well, but the people in your inner circle, what are people asking you? Because you have this great expertise. You've been in it and you know it well. So what are people most worried about that you're talking to?
They'll ask the same questions that you're asking, and I don't have a crystal ball. Nobody does. Anybody who purports to know what's going to happen tomorrow, you could have never guessed what would have happened in Charlottesville. You had a general idea, right? But you didn't know that it was going to end in a car running over a bunch of people. That's impossible to know the future. What I tell them is that, personally, I know General Mattis, and I know of General Kelly's reputation. Those men are serious men who don't want to go to war, who are going to have the president's ear, and I trust that they're going to pursue every possible option that they can before we look at, the final options and complete catastrophe.
All right, David Sears, thank you so much for being with us today. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Laura.
Thank you.